We are Mr. and Mrs. Capone, and we coach the cross-country team. The cross-country team had much to be excited about at the start of the season. For starters, we had a complete boys and girls varsity team. In addition to returning 11 runners, the team gained 2 new modified runners and 2 new varsity runners. We hosted our first ever race at Hartford Central School, and we were able to recognize 5 senior runners at that race. Lastly, we were able to participate in multiple invitationals this season, which were not allowed last season due to COVID. The team participated in 12 races this season and experienced competition against not only Adirondack League teams, but schools from all over Eastern New York. Throughout the season, every runner set individual goals, worked hard, showed growth and improvement race after race. Tanager pride was strong with this team. They lined the chute race after race to cheer on their teammates as each crossed every finish line. The team finished the season with 3 Adirondack League All-Stars, 2 on the first team, 1 on the second team. A second place individual finisher in the Boys Adirondack League Championship race, a 4th place individual finisher in the Girls Adirondack League Championship race, and a 12th place individual finisher in the Section 2 Class D girls race. Although we graduate 5, our team is still very young and the future is definitely bright for the cross-country program at HCS. Each runner has so much to be proud of, and we encourage each of you to keep up your training. Success in the sport of running is directly related to your work ethic. Please continue to try to recruit new runners during the off-season. The larger the cross-country family we have, the more enjoyable the season will be.
At this point, I would just like to recognize our special award winners. So our first year, our first award goes out to a 4-year varsity athlete, and that would be Justin Nix. Next, we have the Players Award and the Most Improved Runner Award, and that goes to Brighton Mandigo. We have our Most Valuable Female Runner Award, and that goes to Bryn Tyler, and our Most Valuable Male Runner Award, and that goes to Logan Reynolds. This is the 2021 Hartford Cross Country Team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Caitlin McIntyre, and I coached modified golf this season. I was really happy to see so many returning golfers from the Fall 2 season. It was great to have such a quick turnaround from the spring. Each golfer picked up where they left off from last season and continued to improve on their individual skills. They all came to practice each and every day, eager to learn and improve. We were fortunate enough to be able to schedule a few matches with Hadley Luzerne, and our record ended up as 1-1-1. The future of the Fort Ann Hartford team looks bright, and I look forward to the next season.
Hi, my name is Matt Mondella, and I am the Fort Ann Hartford golf coach. I just wanted to speak a little bit about some of our players and our golf season. First, we had a kind of a tough golf season with record-wise. We had some really close matches that could have turned the tide, but they just didn't seem to go our way. However, I thought the kids played well and they improved throughout the year, and it really bodes well for next season. We just have a couple of awards that I wanted to go through real quickly here. We'll start with our 8th grader, Joey Happy. He's going to get the Player Award. Joey is a player that loves to get to the course as much as he can, works really hard, and is hungry to do better, and we are only expecting great things from him in the future. Next player is our junior, Mason Forbes. He's receiving 2 awards. First is he is the 5-year varsity player so far, and so that is very impressive. He's been on the team since 7th grade, and he is our most valuable player this year. He was our number 1 all season, had a record of 7-3, and also made it to sectionals this year. So we're very proud of him, and we're looking forward to 1 more year with him next year. And finally is Luke LaRose is also going to get 2 awards this year. He is a 4-year varsity player, so he'll get the 4-year award, and he is also our most improved player this year, and it wasn't even close. From last year to this year, he is a different player, and we are very proud of how he has improved throughout his career, but especially from last year to this year, and hopefully he keeps playing golf well after high school. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing everybody next year.
Hi, I'm Coach Foster. I was this year's modified head coach, along with being the assistant coach for the varsity soccer team as well. This season was tremendous. Since the first practice on August 30th, everybody came out ready, willing to play, willing to learn the game, willing to be a hard-working teammate, and also having fun, because that was the most important thing that I said to them all season long. From day one, I was very proud of them. I'm still proud of them and how the season went. Despite, some of the outcomes of the games, they still fought from the first whistle to the last whistle. And I couldn't have been more honored to be the head coach this year. I'm definitely looking forward to next season. Go Tanagers.
Good afternoon. My name is Caleb Sutliff, and I am the varsity boys soccer coach here at Hartford. This season, we had a really enjoyable year and finished with an overall record of 7-6, losing to a very talented Loudonville Christian team in the sectional quarterfinals. I would like to start off by thanking a few people. First, I would like to thank the administration and Coach Capone for all their efforts this year. Organizing any sport in our current COVID climate requires extra work and countless hoops to jump through, and they made this season as smooth and seamless as possible. I would also like to thank Chip Baker for his countless hours making sure our field is, year after year, one of the nicest fields in the Adirondack League. Thank you to the Booster Club for organizing our Under the Lights game, and to Jen Livingston for creating our team t-shirts. From our bus drivers, getting us to and from games, to our custodial staff, who help keep the back steps clean and free of all loose grass and clay that gets tracked up there on a daily basis, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes so we can have the opportunity to enjoy our wonderful sport. And I want everyone to know those things do not go unnoticed. So thank you. Thank you to Coach Birch and Coach Foster, who do an excellent job helping make sure our program continues to grow and our athletes continue to excel. Thank you to our fans, from parents and relatives to members of our student body to community members who show up continuously, rain or shine, to support our team. Your excitement and encouragement from the sidelines can be heard all the way across the field and has a huge positive effect on our players. I cannot thank you enough for your continued support. Last, and perhaps most importantly, thank you to my team. You guys were an absolute blessing to coach. I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you. Through all the highs and lows, you showed up each and every day with a determined mindset and the willingness to put in the hard work necessary to have a successful season. I couldn't have asked for a nicer group of fine young men to work with. Anyone who's ever coached can probably tell you that some seasons can seem to drag on, and especially given our current COVID situation, there are times when the end of the season can seem like the light at the end of the tunnel. That was truly not the case with this team. I look forward to every single practice, every single game, every single opportunity to get to hang out and hopefully impact in some small positive way this unique group of talented individuals. Although the injury bug bit us more than a few times, and we lost to a few teams we probably shouldn't have lost to, overall I would consider this season a huge success. We started off the year playing a very competitive game against Lake George, beat Fort Anne for the first time in 16 years along the way, and played an outstanding game against Loudonville Christian, arguably the best team we faced all season, giving them all they could handle before finally falling one goal short of reaching the sectional semifinals. If that isn't an exciting season, I don't know what is. None of that would have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our team. Before I finish up, I would like to take a few moments to recognize several individual athletes. I will be handing these awards to these players at a later date and time, but I would like to formally recognize them here. Our first awards are for 4-year varsity awards. This year we have 2 players to recognize. Our athletes receiving a 4-year varsity plaque are senior Logan Reynolds and junior Cody Baker. Next we have the Players Player Award. This award is special because it is chosen by a player's teammate based on who they collectively as a team feel is the player they would most like to have on their team, not necessarily based on skill, determination, effort, sportsmanship, or any other one attribute, but rather based on all of these put together and more. This year's recipient of the Players Player Medal is Nate Fisk. The next 2 awards are always the most difficult for a coach to determine. To decide which players are deserving of being most valuable or most improved can be difficult because over the course of a season, we see many players who possess these attributes at one time or another. In the end, it is up to us as coaches to determine who, in our opinion, met those criteria most consistently throughout the season. This year's Most Improved Award goes to Ray Harrington. Our co-MVPs are Cody Baker and Michael Jones. Along with these awards, and because these were so difficult to narrow down to 1 or 2 choices, this year I created 2 separate additional awards In professional soccer, the player who finishes the season with the most assists is given the Playmaker Award. With 4 assists, this year's Playmaker Award goes to Cody Baker. Also in professional soccer, the player who tallies the most goals in a given year is given the Golden Boot Award. This year's Golden Boot Award winner with a total of 6 goals is Logan Reynolds. Thank you again, players, for all of your hard work and dedication. To our seniors, thank you for not only dedicating yourselves to this team for the past 3 or 4 seasons, but also for taking the time to work with our younger players, showing them how to be a good teammate, either by offering timely advice or simply leading by example. Your hard work and commitment have laid the foundation for our future success. Thank you all again, and remember, champions are made in the off-season, no matter what on 3. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Coach Strong and I coached modified volleyball this year. It was my first year coaching, and for a lot of girls, it was the first time they had ever touched a volleyball before. We had a great season. We had tons of fun, lots of laughs. We had a winning season, so we were 9-5, and I was really proud of how hard my girls worked in practice and during the game. And we had fun. We had lots of fun. So I look forward to seeing a lot of them back next year. And I know some will be moving on, I'm sure, to JV. So I wish them luck. And we had a great season. So congratulations to my Lady Tanagers, and great job to all of you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Crystal Brielle, and this year I had the privilege of coaching the JV volleyball team. The team consisted of 12 dedicated, very coachable ladies that I will greatly miss. Like so many teams I have coached at Hartford, this team will hold a special place in my heart. They are a very special group, always willing to ask for help and listen to any advice that I have to give. We had a very successful season, finishing with a league record of 9-3 and an overall record of 10-6. The team definitely made their school proud as they defeated Lake George in a great match on our last game of the season. I am sure that is a moment that none of us will ever forget. The girls not only displayed great character, but they just demonstrated composure, heart, and teamwork. Our season did come with its fair share of ups and downs, but we always managed to work through and focus on our goals. As the season comes to a close, I hope you will remember the laughs that we shared, and sometimes even tears. Thank you to all of the parents, guardians, coaches, teachers, and custodial staff, bus drivers, and fans for all of their support. I would also like to give a special thank you to Coach Harrington and Coach Strong and the entire volleyball program. The players at all levels did an amazing job of working together at practices, clinics, and games. Thank you for showing your support by working at games, cheering in the stands, supporting our fundraisers, decorating the gym, or just sharing words of advice to another player. Congratulations to our 2021 JV volleyball team.
The 2021 volleyball season was a great success. We were super thankful to be back in the gym with a nice net and having all that space again. So certainly thank you to everyone that helped make that possible. Thank you to Coach Capone for organizing all of the runs, and to the bus drivers for getting us there on time and having all of that work out really well. Thank you to Coach Strong and Coach Brielle for their work with the modified and JV teams, who both had really successful seasons and helped those kids really develop skills and will be able to be integral parts of the varsity team in the years to come. For our season, we were 11-3 in the league, 15-5 overall. We had a really great tournament to start the season. We went to Galway and finished second in that tournament, losing to Galway in the finals. And then we also had a great tournament at the Power of Pink. We ended up winning the gold bracket with some big wins over Oneonta and some other really strong programs. As far as the regular season, we had some ups and downs. Certainly that happens with any season, but our signature win was over Argyle in a 5-game thriller late in the season. And we also were able to grab a set from Lake George during the season as well. And sectional-wise, we had a wonderful turnout at our home game in the quarterfinals against Waterford, and we dominated that game. And then we did lose in the semifinals to Galway, but they were the eventual champion, so no real shame in that. I'd like to thank the parents for their support all season, getting the kids to and from practice and their support at the games. And we had an awesome support of both students and alumni at the games. It was wonderful to have people in the stands again. I know the girls really enjoyed that. It just made the atmosphere really great. It was almost like normal again, so that was wonderful. And as far as looking forward, we certainly have some bright young players coming up that will be really welcomed on the team. We will certainly miss our seniors. They put in a lot of years, and we will have some definite gaps there from their level of talent and their leadership. Moving on to the awards, which are always difficult because there are so many players that do so many great things during the season, and it's such a team sport that you certainly need every piece to make it work. But there are some people that stand out a little bit in certain areas, and we do want to recognize them. Our player's player is a young lady who had great enthusiasm, great attendance. Sometimes we miss some players during the year for various reasons, some things not even within their control. But this particular player was there day in and day out, and always had a good attitude, encouraging the teammates, really loved the game, and that person is Saleha Lamoureux. Our most improved, another real delightful young person who always has a smile, doesn't always like to talk a lot, but we did get her to talk a little bit towards the end of the season. Really athletic, showed great improvement in all aspects of the game, her passing, her serving, her blocking, and certainly her hitting as well. Was always willing to learn, would take any videos that we would send to her and really dissect those and try to put that into practice, and just made great strides this year. I'm looking forward to what she can do in the coming years, and that's Reagan Liebig. For our MVP, always another difficult thing because there's so many different aspects to the game and so many people doing the pieces that make each person be able to do their job. So for that award, we actually have two. One young lady who is pretty well known around the league and is a dominant hitter, a lefty middle, which for those of you that know volleyball, that's not typically the position that you put your lefties in, but she was able to adapt to that, did a real nice job with her serving, as I said, a powerful hitter, and showed some nice leadership throughout her years on varsity, and that is Carly Nims. And our other MVP is a young lady who just continued to work on her game throughout her years in the program and became a really phenomenal passer, became a wonderful server, and has an awesome swing from the outside, and did a great job this year really helping some of the inexperienced players with all of the technical aspects of the game, and will be greatly missed as well, and that is Sarah Monroe. So in essence, this year was certainly a success. We enjoyed it. It was a pleasure coming to practice every day. I want to give a special shout out to the assistant coach, Coach Durga, who was there with us in the trenches every day, helping out not only before practice, during practice, after practice. She may have gotten various practice plan pictures and videos and things at all hours of the night. Her help was very, very crucial to our success, and certainly look forward to working with her in years to come as well. And so for the underclassmen, continue to work on your game. We have unfinished business out there, and we certainly want to continue the success of the program. To the seniors, thank you very much for your time and your service to the program. You are a pleasure, and you will be greatly missed. Thank you.